Hello family, I hope all is well. So today I'm going to do a read on a young lady named Marquesha Smith, and from what I know that her and her children has died in a home fire. I'm not certain if they actually apprehended the person who has done this, but from what I know, I'm going to give a brief description of what the ancestors has given me revelation into. So far I've been picking up like this energy of multiple backgrounds on this individual. So it could be that this person is of maybe biracially mixed, or maybe in a home that speak many languages, because I just keep picking up this like this energy of like various nationalities coming into play. For one, I'm gonna say this person may be of a different race than this young lady. Another thing I'm going to say is this person have a wide nose, okay, dark brown hair, dark colored eyes is what I've been picking up. I've also picked up that this person is do some kind of contractual work. So they may be an electrician, a plumber, right? Put up sheetrock, right? That's definitely in a background. So they definitely like is a contractor. Um let's see what else I've picked up. I've also seen an image of this home, right? And I believe this is Marquesha home. I'm seeing a home, and I'm seeing the individual on the side of the home, but it's like they're coming around. I don't have a description of this young lady's home or how this home look, but from what I can see in the scry, it's like a 2-story home. It could be more, but I'm seeing 2 levels so far, right? And the home go up like a triangle at the top. What I'm seeing is somebody on the side of this house coming around to look like a front porch, okay? This person that's on the side of the house look like they coming around. They have something in their hand. I can't see their face because their head is down. But what I do take notice is they wearing a dark colored jacket, right? Like some kind of jacket of some sort that's a dark blue color. They wearing this hat, this cap. And this cap is what really stands out the most, because this cap have something like in the front. You ever see these caps that it may have 2 colors on the side and 1 color in the front, but it's a different color in the front than the 2 sides? Well, I can't really see the sides of it, right? The colors on the sides, but in the front, it stands out the most. And it's like a real light color in the front. So it's like, it's a white, either white or another lighter color right there in the front of their cap. So that stands out. This is what this person is wearing as they coming around to the front. And I can tell it's dark out. So this is like the wee hours of whatever. This person's lurking around with something in their hand. So I am picking that up. Let's see what else I picked up, because I don't want to leave nothing out. I've also picked up that this person may have some kind of love for animals in some kind of way. They may even on the side may even do something, right, as far as with animals, but they have like this passion or something I keep picking up for some animals, something going on with some animals. I feel like also that Marquesha knew this person. So this person was known to her, okay? With this multiple energies that I keep picking up as far as a mixed race or something, I just feel like this person may either be of a bilingual background, or they around a lot of people, right, that's different nationalities, because I just keep picking this up heavily. But I feel like one person in particular that they're connected to is could be somebody in the 60s. Maybe this is a father or grandfather figure of theirs, but I feel like this person may have dark color here as well. Okay, let's get to this read and let's see what the ancestors bring forth. Ancestors for clarity, and to Marquesha Smith. Keep in mind, family, if I am mispronouncing her name, here's the solar eclipse, right? Is it into the battle? right? So whatever that she was going through or dealing with this person, because I feel like she knew this person in some kind of way, is an end to that. Also, I have to look at the universe opening up to her and her children, right? Giving them renewals and prosperity wherever she may have went and transition on to. Clarity. And if I mispronounce her name, family, do not be alarmed. Spirit know who she is. Marquesha Smith. Ancestor clarity. Marquesha Smith. Oh, I'll get that in a minute. Situation regarding Marquesha Smith. All right. Here's the talent. Another thing that I've picked up, and this doesn't mean that Marquesha is a bad individual, but I've picked up a connection to drugs also when it came to this person who was responsible for harming Marquesha and her children. I picked up some kind of connection with drugs related, right? So this person may be into drugs, like a drug dealer, or even could be a drug user, right? But I've picked up like a drug dealer energy on this individual. So I want to make that clear. It just refreshed my memory when this talent had came through, right? No doubt that this young lady was a very talented young lady. We sending prayers to her family. The daughter is her, but I want you all to know that the way this message lies is going to shift around from one female to another. So keep that in mind. So I have the daughter and I have the genocide, I have the many deaths, right? So the daughter just lets me know it's somebody's daughter, right? It's a female in here. I have this female and I have the genocide. So not just her death, but other deaths, right? And I have the runaway. So I have this female trying to get away, right? Trying to escape this, you know, this situation, whatever that is going on in here. Probably even trying to get away from this individual who has harmed her, because she could have known beforehand as well, because I have like a connection to her in this individual. Ancestors, to reveal the messages that Marquesha, yeah. You see what comes out? Because this person was definitely overstepping boundaries with her. Okay, so I definitely have her trying to get away from this person, because this person has been overstepping some kind of boundaries. Okay, so something transpired, you know, whether she told this to someone or not. Someone happened before this day. Okay, something had already happened that led up to this moment here. Into the messages. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, ancestors. Thank you, ancestors. And just how the ancestors has laid this out. You see the female, and Marquesha is the daughter, but the energy is going to shift, right? You see her in here. She needed help. She needed help because something happened here in this tower. Take a look at this tower. The tower just tell me destruction, a rude awakening, a surprise attack, a heart attack, a stroke. Yes, it could be things, good things that come out of this tower, okay? Because this tower could tell me about a shakeup, right? And something. Some changes, some necessary changes that has to be made. But depending on how it lays will tell us what this tower is saying. And you see right in here with this help and this genocide that I got to take a deeper look into, is nothing good, right? So this was a surprise attack that has happened in here, right? She needed help. Something happened in here. Usually something is going on in somebody. This tower will let me know if something's going on in somebody's home life or in their work life. So I got to look at some things that's going on here at the tower at the end. And this is exactly what happened. Someone has done this in the way of fire, right, to this young lady. And it resulted in many deaths. So not just her deaths, but many deaths in here. right? Now you see this, the daughter and this authority in this baby. I have some energy that's coming out that's telling me that she may have spoken to somebody in authority regarding some things, right? Regarding of protecting herself or even her children from this person. So I want you all to keep this in mind, because she may have spoken to the authorities and they may be overlooking something, that she may have spoken to someone regarding this with this baby. So with this protective and this pamper type of energy, it's just letting me know that she may have spoken to the authorities in here for some assistance, right? Regarding something, right? A feud or something that happened. She may have brought it to whether they filed this report or not, because sometimes we'll go and we'll speak of something or maybe call or whatever someone and they may not even document it, right? She could have even been talking to someone else about her feeling uneasy regarding someone. So pay attention to her spread. You see the runaway and the dismember and the murdered. This dismember just lets me know, yes, somebody could bite you up in pieces, but it lets me know also a detachment. See, she tried to get away from someone. So something happened before this incident, right? Something happened that transpired up into this incident that let her know that she needed to detach herself from this because of this right here, right? Someone has come and they have murdered her and her children. But it seems like she had already been trying to separate herself from this person before this has happened. Okay, so this is a secret in here. And it looks like what the ancestors has thrown out, she has tried to get away from this person because of somebody overstepping some boundaries. So somebody has been overstepping some boundaries with her. And just how the ancestors has laid this out, you see the daughter and the genocide and the runaway. See, she had been trying to get away from them, right? Before this, right? Something I got to take a deeper look into. And that is come out as a secret as well. So ancestors, for clarity into the situation. I just feel like, and the ancestors want me to speak on this, I just feel like somebody was secretly making this young lady's life a living hell, like secretly. Even on my gadget, before I upload this, I will have to shift everything around because everything just turned upside down, like as if her world, like this person was just turning her world upside down, just making it a living hell or a nightmare. But I feel like somebody had been doing this in secrecy, or she have been keeping it a secret, right? Not wanting others to know what she had dealt with, but she had reached out to somebody for assistance, right, regarding this individual. You see the psyop, right? And you see somebody in a tree of life, and you see these siblings. I have to take, I have to look at this, right? The genocide is just lets me know is many in the family tree who experienced this death. But I also have psychological mind games that's going on here within the family and some siblings, right? So I have that's going on. So I have some siblings somewhere along in here. And yes, I do have siblings that has experienced a death in here as well, right? But I also have some sibling energy that's telling me that she's trying to detach herself, right, from somebody, right, from a sibling in here. She's trying to detach herself because of this right here. And it's like it's something more that's going on. And like I said, I feel like this person who was responsible, it had to do with drugs, right? So I want you all to keep that in mind, okay? Sometimes when people can't target you, right, they'll target your loved ones as well. So I want you all to keep that in mind. Here's the psyop and the help, right? But I want you all to notice this has went nowhere. So her needing this help, and you see the psychological mind games, the psyop, somebody making you believe one thing when it's really another. This is the authority, right? Making this female think, so making her feel like she's going to be protected, or they're going to do something, they're going to take care of it, but they don't. You see how that comes out. So she did go to somebody for help, but it's a psyop in this assistance, in this help, right? So somebody is playing some mind games in there, right? Somebody's just playing some games in general. They'll tell you, okay, we're going to get to this. Okay, we're going to investigate it. Okay, we're going to look into this. But then they don't, right? So she thinking that they will, but then they don't. You see this help in this tower, right? Here's somebody in the family tree. So not only do I have to look at her, I got to look at somebody in the family tree who needs some help because some things is going to happen in here, right? And it has to do with death. So it lets me know that somebody in here as well could have been experiencing, other than her, somebody in her family also could have been receiving some threats with this tower coming out. They could have been receiving some threats or anything like that that has to do with this genocide, so with death. So somebody could have been threatening their livelihood, to take their lives, them and their family lives, and this family member could have been ignoring it, but her, on the other hand, is taking it seriously. Okay, she don't want to somebody for some help, but the proper authorities didn't take care of it, right? And also I got this person in the family who's playing psychological mind games, probably acting like that they're going to go get help regarding it, but they didn't. This is a sibling energy. Okay. So it's some things that's going on in her case. Okay. It's the ancestors for clarity into the messages. Clarity. Exactly. So this wasn't even her battle, right? You see this boomerang that tells me about karma. It tells me about universal karma and man-made karma. It tells me about the karma that says that I'm going to do this because you didn't do this, right? Or because you did this, I'm going to do that. So this is some karma that has come back to somebody, right? Take a deeper look at the tree of life. So take a deeper look at somebody in the family when it comes to this death. Somebody in here wasn't seeing eye to eye regarding something, right? But somebody decided that they're going to bring them karma. Somebody brought them karma because they was playing psychological mind games with them. So they could have been playing psychological mind games for them for many a reason, but they was telling somebody one thing and doing something totally the opposite. So somebody decided that they're going to give them karma. Unfortunately, this karma that they gave them, because of this disagreement that they had with the individual, they took it out on her family with these deaths. You see the psyop within this fire element, right? The fire just tell me how aggressive, how intense something is. You see, it's something intense that's going on, but you see how she's abandoned here? She's actually abandoned by somebody in authoritative figure, okay? She's actually abandoned by them. These people not doing what they need to do, even though this situation is aggressive. You see authorities back here with all this aggression back here and this fire that's going on. So this energy, right, that's going on in here. See, this is what's going on. They failed to protect her, right? This could have been prevented. This is something that could have been prevented. Now, here's the sibling. Here's the clothes. The clothes tells me about materialistic things and loss of earthly possessions, even a life. Here goes some, I have to look at the sibling in here, right? That's connected to her. Here's the clothes. So it's materialistic things and loss of earthly possessions. And somebody is doing something suddenly with this blunt object, suddenly and unexpectedly, right? With this. So somebody is having a feud in here and decided that they're going to give karma because of some disagreements, because of some materialistic things and loss of whatever earthly possessions this may be. So they're going to do something suddenly and unexpectedly to somebody that is going to cause somebody bodily harm. So they actually murdered someone. That was their way of getting justice in this karma. And because you didn't do this, or because you've been playing psychological mind games with me regarding my earthly possessions or what has it, I'm going to do this. So I have this that's going on. Ancestors for clarity into the situation. Yeah. Now you see the loss, right? Karma, this karma has come back. So this is man-made karma, feeling like because I have a disagreement with you, I'm not seeing eye to eye with you regarding some things, right? So out of retaliation, I'm going to do this, right? You're going to take a loss in your family. So here's the genocide. I'm going to commit a crime or whatever, right? It's going to take you and your family out of here, or your family out of here. Right? That's what's going on. You see this buried in this loss, in this appointment? I have somebody in here that's hiding things, right? So these things are hidden. They buried. They covered up. Okay? So this is the buried energy that's coming out within this this assistance in this boomerang energy. So it lets me know that somebody also is hiding the fact that somebody has even been saying these threats like, I'm going to come after you and your family. So you may know this, but you may not be telling the female in here what this person have said, right? That they're going to do some bodily harm to you, right? They're not telling this. See, this is all hidden. This is all hidden, okay? So many is not knowing this. It seemed like only one person may have known, and this is somebody of authority. So it's like if you went to an officer or anybody like that, or you discuss it just between you and somebody in your family, and that's it, but you didn't make this widely known. So I have that's going on here. Now here's this employment. You see this employment and the siblings in this getaway? Something back here that a sibling is doing employment related, right? I have to look at a side job, a hustle, or anything like that as how is a connection in here, right? With this loss of earthly energy in here. So the loss of materialistic things and earthly possessions in this blunt object in here. So somebody suddenly coming back and do something. See, they're connected. Somebody is connected in here, right? So this female in here who somebody is in her family tree, which is a sibling, is connected through a way of employment. However you may do for employment, right? This person is connected some way. So she kind of know this person in some kind of way. And it could be just that because she knows the family member who is connected to that individual, right? But it's like they are known to her in some kind of way. Possibly, I keep picking up this energy that's telling me through some form of threat. So either they threaten her, or they have threatened her loved one and she knew about it and she took that to the authorities, right? For some help because she feared for her life, okay? But it seemed like nothing came out of that, okay? The way I see this abandoned energy with them trying to protect her, nothing came out of it. You see the buried? So it's hidden. So it's kind of like they were supposed to take care of it, but they didn't. So she probably went to go file a report or make a complaint, but it just fell on deaf ears. Nobody took care of the situation. For clarity. Let's see into the messages. Ancestor said, yes, that is confirmation. That is correct. That is correct. That is correct. Ancestor said, yes, that is correct. It was somebody deciding that they was going to give her and her family karma for some things. So that they, you know, I don't even have to look at her. I don't have to look at her as being a potential target, but somebody in her family as a potential target, but they targeted her because, you know, sometimes that's what they do, right? So here's the berry. Ancestor said, yes. So she did make a complaint in some sort, right? To somebody. She reached out to somebody for assistance, but this is confirmation telling me that she went to somebody for assistance, but it fell on deaf ears in here, okay? It seemed like this person have an addiction to doing these things, right? So causing havoc, wreaking havoc on people, right? Doing aggressive things to people with all that energy back there. This wheel is steadily turning, and this wheel could turn for karma, abundance, right? Your fate. This is an unexpected turn of events. You never know which way this wheel is going to turn, but the wheel didn't turn for the best in here, right? Because this is what happened, because they failed to protect the situation in here, right? They failed to protect the situation in here. So this is what happened. Also, I have somebody with addictions that they're trying to cover some things up. That's another thing. And I tell you, family, sometimes these people can have addiction to all sorts of things, right? To drugs, so forth, like that. But this is covered up, these addictions. So keep that in mind. Ancestor said, yes, it was violence, right? They was having a verbal disagreement. So whoever this was that was in the family, who I got to take a deeper look at, somebody in the family, right? And these genocides in here. See, somebody was having a disagreement regarding some things, and they decided that they was going to react in a violent way. So they was going to bring violence here to this tower. So they was going to go to somebody's home or their workplace, and they was going to bring violence, right? At the end, I'm just seeing violence and some disagreements in this tower. So they decided that they was going to carry this out in a violent way, and it resulted in a loss, right, of family members, right, through these deaths. Now, you see this employment, you see the broken, right? So whoever's connected through this way, I'm just seeing them being destroyed, right? But they destroy because of their own reckless decisions. You see this broken, right? So they broke and destroyed because of, they didn't make this detachment with whoever this individual is because of these earthly possessions, right? Materialistic things. But they also are reckless on their part, right? Within this murder. So ancestors let me know she was murdered back here, right? Her children was murdered. So this was intentionally done, right? A lot of times when I get this murder energy, this is premeditated. It lets me know that she didn't do it to herself, right? Somebody has done this to her. So this is what is going on in here because of somebody's reckless actions and decisions. You see, they was constantly thinking about doing this, right? Murdering somebody right here, right? Here's this solar eclipse. Let's look into here. And I know that Most High has opened up his skies to her. And let's see what else is going on. This just lets me know that this is an end to a battle. So whatever she was battling here on this earthly realm before she transitioned over is an end to that. She don't have to go through those battles anymore, family. Child, we're going to put these back. Too many messages. Somebody is guilty of this, right? Of this solar eclipse. So these battles, right? Putting an end to this. So basically, they decided that they was going to do this in a manner, just as I spoke here of the secrets, right? And down here along her path, right? Instead of them trying to rectify the situation, they're going to act out in a way that they're going to take your life or your loved one's life, right? Somebody in your family life. So they're guilty of this, okay? So the suspect is guilty, right? So the person who has actually done this, right, which is the suspect, is guilty of this, right? Wreaking havoc on the family, right? Bringing devastation to a family, deciding that they're going to, you know, react on whatever the case was, whatever the disagreement or the argument was about, right? Whatever the materialistic things was, they're guilty of this, right? Doing this to this person, right? Just so much. Here's the boundaries. No doubt that somebody overstepped boundaries, and like I said, she was also trying to get away from somebody, right? Even a sibling, right? Trying to get away from somebody. Even her trying to get away from a sibling, because a sibling is connected in here that has ties to somebody at this employment who is doing something reckless as well. So it's like she trying to set up a boundaries and get away and keep that nonsense away from her and her loved ones, even by contacting somebody for assistance regarding it. But it seemed like it fell on deaf ears. It didn't go anywhere. Here's the boundaries, right? So what's communication being done? However you doing this communication. So somebody was overstepping boundaries with her in the way of doing communication. So they could have been texting her threats. They could have been calling her. They could have been emailing her. They could have been writing threats on Facebook, on social media, however you do this. But they was back here. They was overstepping boundaries in this way of communication with her. Okay. So the angel, which she is the angel, right? Them both doing communication. Here's they overstepping boundaries. So she's doing communication with this person about some boundaries being overstepped, right? Even went to go get assistance regarding this. So they're in there. So she actually know this person, connected in some kind of way to this person. So this person has threatened her or whatever they have done in here, and she made it known to someone, right? This could have been prevented from how I'm seeing this will turn. Clarity into the talent. Here's the talent, all right? And I'm seeing a sacrifice in there with the talent. Not only did this young lady have talented ancestors, let me know that she had a lot of talent. She had a talent about her. She was very beautiful, right? A very good mother. But I'm also seeing the sacrifice in here within this talent. So it's kind of like, you see this energy that comes through that tell me about the solar eclipse, and the suspect is guilty in the solar eclipse. It's kind of like somebody has sacrificed her in a way because they was thinking about their own endeavors, right? So instead of them putting an end to it or stopping something that they doing out in the street that's not the best thing to do, or hanging around certain people, right? They rather continue to do what they doing and ignore certain, certain energies that's coming through that tells them, listen, hey, you need to wake up. You need to go to authorities regarding this, or you need to stop hanging with these people. You need to start doing certain things because you're putting your loved ones in danger, right? They're not listening to that, right? So they sacrifice you because they're not following through with it. So they sacrifice you in a way that, oh, well, if somebody decides because you are the target and I take the target out on your loved ones, right? That's what this sacrifice is. You knowingly know that somebody will potentially take something out on a loved one of yours, but you continue to do what you are doing. So she was the target, right? She was the sacrifice in here. Excuse me. She was not the target, right? But the individual who has done it was the target, but then they targeted her in return because they couldn't get to that individual. So you knowingly sacrifice this young lady, knowing that she was could be a potential target. Yeah, exactly. That's why I got this evil in here. That's that evil intent back here, right? You knowingly know that if somebody can't get you, they'll get your loved one. But you continue to play psychological mind games with them about their materialistic things, right? And their earthly possessions. And this person could have been sending you notifications or whatever, saying that, I'm gonna get your loved one. I'm gonna do some harm to them. I'm telling you, you better give me my things, XYZ, but you ignoring it. right? You ignoring the signs, right? So that's the sacrifice. You sacrificed her, right? But it didn't matter to you as long as you got what you wanted with this solar eclipse back here. See, they're guilty. The suspect is guilty of this, right? As long as they was getting what they wanted, right? Having everything ushered in and abundant to them, they turn a blind eye to things, right? So the suspect is guilty of doing a whole lot of things, right? So that is the read, family. You all can analyze the spread. You can put your thoughts in the comment section. Have a blessed day, family.